Hey everybody, it's Missy Wolf and I am here with Deborah Allen in your beautiful home. How are you?
I'm great, Missy. I'm so excited to see you.
I am so excited to be here. It's been amazing since we walked in the door. Like, just the stories and the things that I've already learned have been amazing. Like this bowl of roses.
Oh, yeah.
You got to talk about these roses.
These are Raymond's roses. And, in my dining room, I have these two beautiful urns. And then I've got another great big bowl that's much bigger than that. But
Yeah.
through the years, for my birthday and anniversary, my husband, Raymond Hicks, always brings me roses. So I
sweet.
keep them until they start to kind of wither. And then I pluck them off and I put them in the vases. And they filled up. So now that bowl is filled up. And then we've got this one. So
we got to get you some more decorative pieces.
I'm going to have to write a song called Raymond's Roses.
You do. I think that would be amazing.
I am. You've just talked me into it.
See, I think it would be great. And I was laughing with my husband because he doesn't buy me roses. He buys me lilies. Like my favorite are pink stargazer lilies, but you can't save those like you can roses. They just fall off and all you're left with is a stem.
But will they come back? Is it a bulb?
Well, yeah, I have them all over my house. So he'll buy me plants and then I plant them.
Yeah.
And then they come back year after year.
I bet you've got them in your yard.
Oh, yeah.
Place.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
the
have them all over.
That's the beauty of that.
Yeah. It is definitely the plant that keeps on giving every year. It's fun. But
and the husband that keeps on giving every year.
Yes.
Yeah, we're both so lucky.
I know we are.
Yes.
We are. And before we talk about your new album, can we talk about the album cover?
Yeah.
Girl, you are so hot.
Well, thank you.
And I mean, no, you're just that cover's rocking, and you're just absolutely amazing and beautiful. What is your secret?
Thank you. Well, thank you for saying that. I have some very talented people that I work with. One is my hairdresser and makeup artist.
Oh.
Her name is Katie Mary, and she has a salon called Salonatosh, and it's in Brentwood. We've been friends for 35 years, and she just is amazing. And I stopped by there. I was on my way to my photo session, and she was doing my hair and my makeup, and I was kind of laid back, and she was doing it. I had a little turtleneck thing on to begin with, and took my jacket off. And after she was finished with everything, she said, "Deborah, don't put the turtleneck back on. No, it'll mess everything up. Just put your jacket on." I said, "Just put my jacket on." She goes, "It looks good. It looks good." I go, "Okay, let's go with it." So then,
my goodness.
My next stop was my friend Cindy Hornsby, she is a master photographer. She is a true artist, and she's just an amazing friend. We've been friends for years too. She had an apartment setting set up and had her lights all set up, and we just spent the afternoon shooting. We started with that outfit and then played around with some other things, but after it was all said and done, that's the look that we went with.
Well, I was blown away. I thought, dang.
Thank you. Well, go to Cindy's site. You'll be amazed. She's pretty awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she had a good person to work with here. Like, your art in and of yourself. Just,
thank you.
You're amazing. But,
thank you.
But your album, The Art of Dreaming, oh, my gosh. It's your first full album in what, 10 years or so?
Yeah, it's my first full album. That doesn't mean I haven't been busy writing songs, and I've put out a couple of EPs.
Right.
And I had a wonderful charity project that I worked on, which I can tell you about that in a minute. But actually, I was in the midst of putting out some EPs. They were called "The Best You've Never Heard" from Deborah Allen. Because I have so many songs. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I could live enough lifetimes to get them all out there. So I thought, I'll just start putting out some EPs. Well, my great friend Chuck Rhodes, who I had worked with when I had records out on Giant Records, he was a promotion man. In fact, we've traveled miles and miles all over the country promoting. He called me up and he said, "Hey, I noticed these EPs that you're putting out." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I'm with Audium now, Audium Nashville BFD, I mean, why don't you let us step in and help you with that?" And I went, "Well, hey, well, I'm ready for that." So, not only do I get to have a full-length album out and really spend some time on production and choosing the songs, I get to work with one of my great old friends who's so good at what he does. And it's a great company, and I have a great team. Before I was doing a lot on my own. I get bored really easy. I have to always be doing something. But it's just wonderful to have such a great team to work with.
Absolutely. Now, the songs that you picked for that album, was it hard for you? Because I know, like you said, you've had a lot of songs you've probably been holding on to.
Yeah.
So was it hard to narrow those down?
It was. I mean, we were like, I was at one time, I said, we're going to have 16 songs on this album. Chucky goes, now, whoa, wait just a minute. He goes, look, this isn't the last album that we're going to do. Let's just, so we narrowed it down to 12.
Right.
I think that's a nice listening length. Actually, sometimes you can do too much, I think. You
can. I do have some albums at home that just seem to go on forever.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, it would have just been nice to, break that one up a little bit,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But so we narrowed it down. And the thing that I like about this, first of all, I love the title of the album, The Art of Dreaming, because I remember exactly where I was when I got that title. I had been on RCA Records, and I'd had Baby I Lied, which was a pop record, adult contemporary, and country record.
Right.
But at a certain point, somehow I got moved to the New York office, which then moved me to the LA office. I sort of felt like a baseball card, being traded from here to there. But I didn't mind it too much because I took it on as an adventure and a challenge. So when I was out in LA and I was sitting on top of Mulholland Drive, overlooking that beautiful view, and it just popped in my head, the art of dreaming is believing, and I've held on to that for so long, and it's just a philosophy that I've lived by,
Right.
And the way that I got started singing really was before I was even born, because my mother has a vocal condition. She started noticing creeped into her voice, which she would kind of talk like this. Now we know what it is, and she gets a treatment for it, but she knew that was going on, so when she was carrying me, she prayed for me to have a strong voice. So I just feel like that it's a gift to be able to sing.
Yes, absolutely.
And I feel like the art of dreaming is believing, and I've just always believed in that prayer that she said, and believed that all things are possible with God, and that God places these dreams in our heart. It's like if you have a dream or something that's calling you, it's not just some fleeting thing that passes through your mind. It's a little seed of love from God. He's putting something in there, so it's up to you to nurture it. And really and truly, it's up to you to not give up on it.
Exactly. And sadly, I know that some people get discouraged and they give up kind of quickly. And COVID was a perfect example of that. You saw a lot of young artists pack up and move back home, and it was really hard, but some of them are starting to get back on their feet and come back and
financially it was
again.
Probably hard for a lot of people. I didn't work a lot during that time as far as doing shows, but I stayed very creative at that time. During COVID, I wrote a song. I didn't even mean to. Remember when Joe Diffie, they announced that he had it? Well, I mean, I was just like, well, of course he's going to get well, but unfortunately...
I think we all thought that.
Yeah. But then it was shortly after that, they announced that he was no longer with us, and it must have jolted me pretty hard, because I woke up, a couple of days after I heard that, I woke up and it just... I had this song that was starting to evolve, and I went in and I said, "Hey Raymond, listen to this," and I read it to him. He goes, "That's good, honey," and I said, "I think I'm going to have to finish this one up." So I did. I never really have recorded it. I went over to my piano and just kind of banged it out and sang it just so I wouldn't forget it. But I was at home during COVID, so I can't sit still. So I went through the internet and I found pictures of Joe with his friends, and I put a little video with it, even though the sound quality is not really great. But I love that song. That was a creative thing. And then another song during that time, near the end of the lockdown. Well, no, it wasn't really near the end. It was still kind of getting rolling, but I was getting antsy. And
I think so many of us got antsy.
It was a rainy day, and I told Raymond, I said, I'm just got to get out of this house. So I wrote down all the lyrics to this song that I wrote with my good friend Teenie Hodges and Roger Cook. It's called What a World, What a World. And I wrote down all the words to that, and I was driving, and I was going, not very many people out here. And I went up Cool Springs Boulevard. I went, Starbucks, people. It looked like Emerald City.
Oh.
So I go up there, I circle through, and I pulled up to the baristas, and I said, y'all want to sing my song? And they go, what? I said, y'all want to sing my song? I've got the lyrics written right here. I had written them out on a big pad.
Oh my gosh.
They go, what do we have to do? And I said, I'll just crank it up and y'all sing along. So they did. They were so cute. And then I went after that. I had so much fun. Then I went to keep it politically correct, I went over to Chick-fil-A to even things out, and they were beautiful girls out there in the rain. Mm-hmm. And then I had to get some gas, so I went to Costco. And then I came home, and Raymond goes, well, how'd it go? I said, you wouldn't believe it, Raymond. I said, people are just so hungry to have something fun to do. Everybody jumped in, and I found some good singers, too. And he goes, well, good, let's go to Stroud's. I'm hungry. So we went and got some barbecue. Well, then I contacted a few of my friends, like Crystal Gale and T. Graham Brown and Billy Dean and Paul Overstreet.
Yep, love them all.
Pam Tillis and Tanya Tucker and Rhonda Vincent and just all kinds of great people, the Bellamy Brothers. And I said, just pantomime this song and sing me a few pieces. So they did that. And then I went up the street and shot a little bit of myself and made a video. Oh, I know what started it, Missy. I'm not really much of a couch potato to sit around and watch a lot of TV, but I was watching TV, and I saw this Lady Gaga video, and she had a huge production. It was on this desert, and then at the end of it, she had a lot of dancers, and at the end of it, it said, this video shot on iPhone 11 Pro. And I go, I've got an iPhone 11 Pro. That's what gave me the idea to get out and do it. So I stayed busy during it. But as far as, getting out and doing shows and staying financially, really keeping your music going in that way, I can see why people would lose heart.
Yeah. It was hard to watch from our standpoint, too, because so many young artists that, our platform, we have a lot of independent artists that we try to give them a platform to showcase their music. And so watching some of them stop was it was very, very disheartening. But like I said, some of them are coming back, which is really nice to see.
Right. And, and if it's really meant to be, if that little itch inside your heart keeps on, or that calling keeps on calling you, you can't get too far away from it. You're going to come back.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And I'm really hopeful that everyone that packed up and left finds their way back soon, because
they will.
The fans want the music too. They want to get out, they want to dance, they want to have fun. And we just did a show in Texas last weekend, and it was fantastic. And
where was that?
San Antonio at Pedrati's Ranch.
Oh, I love San Antonio.
Yeah, and we partnered with a group called Full Circle Moments, and they're into bringing music back to Texas ranches, and
it's a great
It's been
idea.
So much fun. Yeah, we love working with them, and it was just such a good night, and it really did. Watching all the fans, get back out there and have fun it was amazing. And then of course the artists themselves, they're seeing everybody dance, and Rick Trevino, he was like, everybody come up to the stage.
Yeah, he's so good. Yeah,
and he's so sweet too, and
he's cute.
He is. He's very cute.
I haven't seen him in a long time, but some things don't change. I think he's still cute.
You know what? And like you, man, you two have the greatest skin.
Well, thank you.
You guys still look so super young. I am jealous. You look younger than
you look beautiful.
No.
Yes,
you have much better skin than I ever had, and I am so jealous, and I will forever be jealous. But it's okay. You're a beautiful woman, and. Oh my goodness, you're the sweetest person on social media.
Thank you.
I follow you on social media, and I don't stalk you, just so you guys know. But anytime, like whether it's Jeannie Seeley or somebody else who's posting something, you're always right there commenting on every one of your friends' posts, and you're always giving praise and prayers and uplifting everyone. And it's the one thing I told Tommy, my husband behind the camera, it's the one thing I told him before we were doing this interview, before he told me that I was going to do this interview. I was like, she is the sweetest person. I know you and Deborah Evans Price.
Oh, I love Deborah.
You too.
Yeah.
It must be the name. It must be the name Deborah, because
and we spell it the same too.
I know, and you two women are the sweetest women in this industry.
Thank
it's
you.
just, I just want you to know, it doesn't go unnoticed, because fans see, they see you commenting on everyone's post, and they see how you genuinely react to everyone, and it's amazing to see. So.
Well, you know what? It is really a wonderful way to communicate, and going back to what you were saying, though, I do want to, this fleeted through my head when you were talking about those live performances on on the ranches and things, and how much the people love getting out, and and the artists love getting out. I mean, there's just such a difference. I mean, I've kind of gotten used to being in front of the camera by myself. That's okay and everything. And it's fun. And you do get to have that interaction when you write back and forth to each other. But being in person, isn't it so wonderful to be back out there?
It really is.
But as far as communicating, I have made some of my dearest friends online that I would not have made. I've connected with some of my old friends, and so I think it's been a really good thing. I love Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I really am really excited about my channel on YouTube now.
Okay, all right.
I'm building that up.
That's awesome. Now, how many videos do you have on there so far?
Oh, I think it's around 40. I mean, I've got more than that floating around out on the internet. They just haven't wound up on my channel yet.
You just don't have them on your channel yet.
And we've got 2 brand new videos on this new album.
Yes.
The first one was called Blue Collar Baby,
which is a fun song.
Thank you so much. I wrote that song with my good friend Al Anderson. Al Anderson was voted in the list of top 100 best all-time guitar players by Rolling Stone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can't remember what year it was, but he was the lead guitar player and singer too in NRBQ, a great group. He lived, I believe he was living in Connecticut. I'm pretty sure that's where he was from. Then he moved to Nashville and started writing songs. And eventually he became BMI Songwriter of the Year. But we just hit it off. He has 2 songs on this album. The other one is a pretty neat song called It's Only Goodbye. It's a real good theme song for anybody that's breaking up. Hey, it's only goodbye. So that's fun. But the reason I love Blue Collar Baby, and I didn't really think about it till we put it on the record, and then Chuck said, "I think that should be your first single." And I've got some serious song and some dynamic ballads. I go, "Well, I love it too, Chuck, but can you tell me why you chose that?" He goes, "I just think it rocks, and I think it's a great song, and I think people are going to love it." So, and I was all for it. So we put it out, and the more we put it, the more it went over in my mind, I started thinking about today's time. How sometimes I believe our blue-collar workers are overlooked.
Yes.
And left, people, they don't get the respect sometimes that they deserve, when the truth is they deserve more respect and praise than anybody, because our whole country, even I was talking to a friend in the UK, it's same with them in the UK, it's like the blue-collar workers are the backbones of our country.
Yes.
And so I just, I love the pipeline workers, the coal miners, I love the steel workers, policemen, the firemen.
Yes.
I'm from a blue-collar working family. My parents were automobile upholsterers.
Yeah.
They upholstered Elvis's first bus.
Oh
yeah. And actually, when I was just a little bitty kid, my sister and I got to camp out in it.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And so, we went around.
You're gonna have a lot of jealous Elvis fans out there.
Oh well, I know. In my show, I wound up writing a song later on in life. I wound up writing a song called "Amazing Graceland," and usually I talk about my parents, about that they upholstered and designed the interior of Elvis's first bus, and then I talk about my sister and I eating all this ice cubes, and I go, "Yeah, I slept in Elvis's bed." But I was only 3 years old and he wasn't there. But still, it was every girl's dream.
It's okay. You have those bragging rights.
I do. But we used to see Elvis all the time in Memphis. We passed right by his house about twice a month to go see our cousins. And we'd see him up there riding horses with his friends. And yes, sometimes the gates would be open. We're little kids. We're like, "Who's up there?"
Oh my goodness.
We were out on McKellar Lake. We like to water ski, and so my mother said, "There's Elvis over there on the sandbar with that old Ann Margaret." Like, if she loves you, she'll put O in front of it. Like, she loves Delbert McClinton, and she'll go, "I love that old Delbert McClinton."
That's so cute.
Yeah, she loves music. We always have loved music. But so, Blue Collar Baby, it's really taken off and done really good. And my friend Shay Smith did such a great video on it. Actually, we shot the live footage, Cindy and I, when we were shooting that footage that day. By then, I had something else on, but I said, "Here, Cindy, take my phone. I'm going to lip sync to our song." So I did it.
Hey, you know what? It was the perfect time because you were already ready to go.
I was ready to go. And she had her lights all set up like you do. And so that was fun. And then the second single that's out there and the video that's out there, I don't know if you've seen it or not. Are you familiar with Patsy Cline Crazy?
I am. And I was actually playing the song for my husband on the way here. I was like, "It's great." He was like, "Well, did she do a cover?" I was like, "No, the name of the song is Patsy Cline Crazy." Yeah. And so, we but my favorite is A Girl Like That. I'm in love with that song.
That story is just...
I'm in love with that song.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I like that story. It's a sad story, but it's a true story in a lot of ways, But... Can I go back to Patsy
Yes, I'm sorry.
Well, what's funny is...
I just sneaked that in there.
If you go, well, I'm glad you did, because that makes me feel good. I like knowing that. But let's see, Patsy Cline Crazy. Well, if you go to YouTube, lots of times you'll see Patsy Cline Crazy. Yes. Because Patsy Cline, the artist, here's Crazy.
Yes.
But anyway, this song, and actually... somebody on Facebook said, "Oh, I can't wait to hear your rendition." And I wrote back, I said, "I don't think this is what you think it's going to be, but let me know what you think when you hear it." But what it is, it's a list. It's like about 26 iconic country songs woven together to tell this song that's called Patsy Cline Crazy. Yeah. And again, my friend Shay, you're going to laugh. Y'all won't laugh. You'll get it because you know how much fun we've had today getting ready. But I didn't lip sync to Patsy Cline Crazy, but I wanted to do it again because I enjoyed that aspect of it. These are supposed to be lyric videos, but it's kind of a fun way to do it. Yeah. So I was like, I've got to have a black background. So I couldn't find one, so I go to TJ Maxx up in Cool Springs, and I finally found this black velvet throw. And so I said, "I found one. It's 90 inches by 90 inches. So we take it, and Raymond and I are thumbtacking it up around the front door. And we set up, and I do a couple of takes of that, and that's the take. Patsy Cline Crazy in the same red dress that Cindy shot the photo of me in there. And but then I love the way we were wanting to do something. We were talking about floating in some sheet music or something. But when you use images of other people, sometimes there's a copyright thing. Yep. So,
don't I know it?
Yeah. So, but Shay was very inventive, and she was able to use the vintage 45s. And I'm in the center, and they spin around, and you see, "He stopped loving me today." Yeah. Though I stood by my man. So it's really kind of entertaining just to watch the records go around.
And one of the artists that I picked out right away, because I just saw him in November live for the first time, Tracy Byrd.
Tracy, yes.
Oh my gosh. And he is still absolutely amazing too.
Yes, he's a great singer.
You guys and your vocals and how you maintain that. I don't know what you do, but man, and you're not afraid to hit notes.
Well, thank you.
My husband and I were just talking about this. There's several artists that we've talked to that we've seen, and they're good, but it's like when someone's afraid of their own shadow, and they're not confident enough, but they have it in them, and you just want to pull it out of them, but you don't know how. And you, man, listening to this new album, I was like, she hasn't lost anything. Thanks. Your vocals are absolutely amazing, and really, A Girl Like That, just to me, captures so much emotion in that song, and you do it so well that I think that's probably why that song is my favorite on the album. I really love everything about it.
It's a very descriptive story song. You can practically feel like you're sitting there watching her. I do. When I'm singing it, I can just see her story every time I sing it. So I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And I'm not the only one, because I was talking to one of my friends who he watches everything that we do, and he was actually messaging me about how great the song was, and he was so excited that you had a new album out. So he went out and got it today. Just so you know.
I love hearing that.
His name is Rick. So
okay, Rick. Hey, Rick. Thank you.
But no, I mean, creating this album, I know has had to have sparked a fire to just continue doing more and more and more. So what do you think you're going to do next? Like, what do you have planned next? Because you're just on fire.
We do kind of have a backlog of songs, as I was telling you. And really what I want to do is I want to, while I have this wonderful team working with me, I want to continue to maybe do a few more videos.
Okay.
So, because I really think, it's just a great way for people to get to hear the songs, and it to me breathes a lot of life into the songs to be able to do that.
And fans love videos.
I know, and I like doing them. Yeah. They're so much fun. But so I know that I'll do another album, but on top of just a regular album, to be honest with you, I really do want to do at some point. I would like to do a gospel album.
Oh, fun.
I'd like to do a patriotic album. I did actually my little friends, because they're younger than me, but are you familiar with the band called Rockland Road?
No.
Okay. You need to know about Rockland Road. They're my buddies, okay?
Okay.
Well, my band, they were kind of not getting out during COVID, but I had this Christmas show booked. And my husband said, "Are you sure we're still doing that Christmas show?" And I said, "I'm pretty sure." So, I mean, it was so funny, because shortly after that, the promoter called up and said, "Are we doing that Christmas show on December the 12th? And I look at Raymond and I go, "I told you." And so I said, "Yes, we're doing it." But I already knew that my band wasn't going to do it with me.
Right.
And we hung up, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to disappoint.
I'm finding a band.
I wanted to, because I really wasn't really that afraid to get out,
Right.
I really felt like that we would be fine. And it was a beautiful venue. And so I called up my friend Harry Stinson, who plays with the Fabulous Superlatives. I said, "Harry, look," I said, "my guitar player will do my show. I was just thinking, if you could play drums, and then your bass player, we could do a stripped down version of my Christmas show. I could satisfy my obligation, and I could have fun. We could have fun, And he goes, "Oh, Deb," he goes, we are much worse than your band. We're not getting out at all." He goes, "Now, Marty's not worried about it. Marty gets out and he does shows." But he goes, "We're kind of backing off for right now during COVID." I went, "Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do." And he goes, "Have you thought about Rockland Road?" I went, "You are so right."
Oh, my gosh.
See, okay, let me tell you about them. Okay, Jamie is Dwayne Allen's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yes.
And then she and Paul Martin, Apostle Paul Martin, who used to play with the Fabulous Superlatives, he was also the lead singer in Exile for a while. Fantastic singer. Great musician. Well, they got married, and they have 4 children, 2 girls and 2 boys. They are so talented. Between the 4 of them, they play about 23 or 24 instruments.
There you go.
They sing like birds, So I called Paul, Raymond, and I did. We were talking to them about it, and they go, "Yeah, we'll do it." No, first Raymond, when I told him, I said, "Harry had a great idea." He mentioned Rockland Road, and we had seen them perform on the Country Music Cruise the year before. And I said, he goes, "Are you going to get them?" And I said, "Are you kidding me? Yes, I'm going to get them." I said, "They're young, they're talented." I said, "They can learn my show in their sleep." And they did. They actually learned my Christmas show, a 90-minute Christmas show. And Christmas songs are very elaborate. I mean, they sound real simple, but those kind of classic songs, and even my original Christmas songs, they're kind of elaborate, and they're not just every musician can play Christmas songs the way they really go. They learned my show in 2 rehearsals and 1 sound check, and we were rocking. Yeah, so we've become great friends. And then that same promoter said, "Would you want to do a patriotic show?" And I go, "Absolutely, I want to do a patriotic show." And I hung up and I go, well, the only patriotic song I really know is the national anthem. So, but, again, it was me and Rockland Road. We pulled it out, and we wound up putting together a fun show. So I'm bragging on my friends. I love it. They're super great. They've got great music out, and I think you would really love them.
Well, I look forward to actually hearing it. We'll probably listen to them on the way home.
You will. Once you get started, you won't want to stop.
And that's how it is. And that's why, my husband is great at this. I'm not as good at this at all, but he's constantly finding new artists and music, and he brings it home to me, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so good. What is that? Who is that?
I know.
But me, I'm so stuck in my ways. I go to my favorites. Like, we were talking about Brian White earlier.
Yes. Oh, I love Brian.
Okay, my do you have one of those Amazon machines that can hear me?
No, I don't. Okay. I got one, but I got rid of it the first day I had it.
Okay.
I was like, this doesn't feel good. I'll get rid of this thing.
Well, so I'll have my Amazon, my Alexa, I have her play Brian White all day long. Wow. All day long. I'll pick just one artist.
Yeah.
But, Bryan Adams is another one that when I'm doing chores
I love
and
Bryan
housework.
Adams.
Oh my! And he still sounds amazing too. We just saw him in Vegas.
I know this is far fetched. Maybe nothing's far fetched if you put it out there in the universe, but. He's someone I love to sing with.
Oh my gosh.
I love to do some sing with him. And also another artist of that kind of genre, except he's on the other side of the ocean, that I've always loved and had so much respect for is Paul Young.
Okay.
Remember? He recorded that song, Every Time You Go Away, You Take a Piece of Me. He did that. He did a great cover of that, but he's got a lot of other songs too.
Right.
And Paul Carrick, he's great. But now let's take it back to country music.
Yes.
I still think Travis Tritt is one of the greatest singers, Travis.
Yes, and you know what? His was the first music video I ever saw that made me cry.
Which one?
I don't
was it
love
one
you
about
anymore.
the soldier?
It was the one about the wife. The wife who was pregnant and she hit her head on the boat.
Oh my gosh!
And
oh my gosh!
And it was like a series. And then the next one is when they bring the child to the grave, and I'm just like, oh my God, it was so sad. But that whole storyline, it was just Travis made me cry.
See, and I would love to do. Speaking of what I would like to do, I would love to do a duet album. I love to sing with Travis. I'd love to sing with Marty. I would love to sing with who else? Well, I've gotten to sing with George Jones, on the George Jones duet that we did. There's a lot of people, and the people that I've already mentioned to you. Oh gosh,
we need
and a lot of females too that it would be fun to sing with.
Absolutely, we need to put this out there so that we need to manifest this. This needs to happen.
We need to manifest this because one of my favorite female vocalists, and I love her as an all-round artist. I fell in love with her when I saw her on Nashville Star, and that's Miranda Lambert. She's so much fun, and she's so nice, and she's just a great singer. She's earthy, she's real.
Yep. And I had to tell you a fun story about her that just happened a couple of days ago, actually, I think.
What?
One of our friends, Crystal Steele.
Okay.
She was a part of the two Steele girls.
Oh, okay.
She's the
I've
daughter.
Heard of them. Yeah,
yes,
I know who you're talking about.
So she was just singing with her band at Miranda's place in Nashville.
Okay.
Miranda got up on stage and sang with her, and Crystal
so cool.
was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened."
Oh, that's so great.
And that just goes to show you how sweet Miranda is too, because not everybody does that.
You're right.
You know,
there's a lot of other great. Well, of course, I love my friend Pam Tillis. She's to me, she's amazing, and I love Susie and. Oh, so many people, and
you have some great friends, and I've met quite a few of them. But the one,
Mandy Barnett, I love Mandy.
All right.
And to be honest with you, I'd love to do a duet with Jeannie Seeley.
Yes.
Because when I first moved to town, I lived in her house for a while.
She is funnier.
She is.
You know what? Yes. She is so funny. She makes me laugh every time I see her.
She's awesome.
She's great. Well, I know we can set that. You can make that happen. I know you can.
Well, I feel like we can't do everything all at once.
No.
But I know that the timing will present itself. It will be known to what's right for next. But in the meantime, while all of that, we're manifesting all of that.
Yes.
While it's evolving, I'm going to focus on my new album, The Art of Dreaming, and some new videos for that. And just want to thank everybody and thank you for all your confidence in the album, and plus just your feedback on it.
It's a great work of art, honestly. It really is. And tell fans where to find it and where to find you online.
Yes, let's go to DeborahAllen.com, DeborahAllen.com, and there's a page on there that's called Connect with Deborah.
Yes.
You can subscribe to my YouTube from there, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the fun places. And like you said, to be quite honest, I love people. And out in the world, I was thinking about this a while ago earlier, because I was having a conversation with someone about faith and about what the way life is, because I was telling her about a couple of instances where I met people, maybe 8 years prior to an important incident, and that I didn't understand why I knew this person or that person, but I loved them. I loved them. They were great. But the way everything merged together was so amazing. It's like God puts people in your pathway, and you don't even know why until it's so obvious. And that's why I love out in the world to make friends with all kinds of people.
Yes.
And I feel the same way online. And, like I said, truly, some people I've met online have really become dear friends.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the other thing I love about you is you put your favorite stuff, the things that you like, are on your website. So, people can actually really get to know you. And if, they love your skin, they love everything, and they want to know more, what do you do? What is your routine? Yeah. You have those things right there for them that they can get more information.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, that's on my lifestyle page.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things, I get a lot of questions when I'm out there. How do you do this? How do you do that? And I just... I get so excited, I start feeling like I'm a commercial or something. I go, rather than do that, well, just go check it out.
Yes.
I'll write it out, how I feel about it, and send you exactly where you can go check it out.
I love that. All right, guys. So you know what you're going to get when you look her up. Go to DeborahAllen.com. Until next time, everybody, we'll see you soon.
Missy, thank you.
Thank you.
Mwah.